Morning, Your Highness. Upon waking, Matteo's deep slumber was interrupted by the ancient big door squeaking as it opened. One of the servants welcoming themselves into his room. Burying his body in the warm sheets, the boy complains.
Carrie, I hope there's a special reason you're waking me. What's the time?
5:30 in the morning, sir, Carrie says whilst strolling to the curtains to open them entirely. The curtains were drawn full wide as if the sunlight touched a stage. It was like a routine now. He slowly rubbed the remainders of sleep from his eyes and got up on his elbows, gazing out at the horizon. Its vivid light extended across a rosy sky. He supposed this is what the majority of people found beautiful, but he found it strange, hard even, to find something so meaningful in something so everyday. It's not like the sun wouldn't rise. It had, after all, been reliably happening since the beginning of time. So what was so special about it? He could never feel the joy from it others did, and that's why he's been called heartless so many times.
So, what's the reason then? You know I love a good line,
he says in his morning voice, turning to her. Your Majesty requires your presence in the dining room for an important talk and breakfast, she states.
Not again. What does he possibly need to talk about now?
The boy wondered.
Right, if you won't mind, go tell my dad that I'll be down for breakfast in 15 minutes.
He said coldly. Of course. Are you kidding me? Why in? Leatrix, my best friend, turns to me. I get up from leaning against the door, spinning once, showing off my fit for today. How do you like it? I ask with a smile on my face, vibing to the rock music in the background, my hair in a messy bun. Of course, I was just teasing her. I wasn't actually going to wear something bad to Hogwarts. At the end of the day, all eyes were on me. They always were. You'd be surprised about how many nosy shits there were at Hogwarts. You're not seriously going to dress like that for 7 years at Hogwarts. She looked me up and down with a disgusted expression plastered on her face. What's wrong with my outfit, Trix? I giggle. I was wearing a black turtleneck crop top paired with green loose retro slim plaid trousers. You need to fix that, Lion. She laughed, turning her attention back to packing her things in her suitcase that was lying on her bed. Leatrix was beautiful. She had long, black, straight hair up to her waist, and a gorgeous side profile with a button nose and light freckles, dark blue eyes that were protected by her long lashes. She could lure anyone in her game. And then there's me. And yes, at times I can be full of myself, but if I wanted to survive that hellhole, I'll risk anything to even have a slight bit of fun. I get what I want when I want it. That's how it works. All the boys will fall before my knees. I was 5'6", the average for my year. I wouldn't call myself nice. I don't like things like that. Neither was Trix. Me and Trix were best friends since day one of Hogwarts. The best girl out there, we instantly clicked. She welcomed me with open arms into her apartment in London when my parents died. It was tragic. My mom and dad's death. I would sit on my bed, envy and guilt in the air, wasting my time thinking how I could have been there with both. How, if I was there with them, we all would have died. Our family would have been together forever this time. Leatrix, in fact, had nothing against me moving in with her. She was like my big sister, always looking out for me. I got passed down my parents' money, which was a lot, more than I could handle. Honestly, nearly as much as the Malfoys, and that's saying something. Trust me, Draco didn't like that. He didn't like the idea that there was someone out there that was so close to being as rich as him. Come on, chop chop, babe, we've not got all day. Trix sighed, giving me time to collect my trail of thoughts. Yeah, sorry. People didn't know how it was in our life. They thought because we were different, we had a boring life. Yet it was the opposite. I quite frankly enjoyed it. However, you see, I was always jealous of the Golden Trio. Everything seemed so perfect in their life. 15 minutes later. Ryan, did you know that the royal family are hosting a ball this week? It mentions it in the Daily Prophet. Purebloods from all high rankings, it says. I guess we could go. Beatrix joked, whilst shouting from the kitchen. I was fully dressed now. Better, a lot better. I came out to the kitchen to see the newspaper lying on the white marble counter, whilst Trix was making herself a cup of tea. What did you say? I say, gritting my teeth. The noise of the Hoover occupied my hearing sense, making me more angry. I was an unusual witch, actually. A witch with a special power many mudbloods would wish to maintain. I didn't need a wand, so I clicked my fingers aggressively, rubbing my index finger and thumb together, turning the Hoover off. I was fuming, but because of something different. I stormed to the marble island in front of me. Fury was bouncing off my entire body. Just the mention of the riddles got me mad. Yanking the newspaper off the counter, I flashed my eyes, darting them all over the page. Who do they think they are? Oh, look, my family's so perfect. I mimicked. Ryan, calm down. No, have you seen this? This is hysterical. This family is beyond crazy. You don't understand. And him, I say, gesturing to a moving picture of the family, pointing out a young, tall boy with wavy brown hair, swinging the piece of paper in front of her. He's even crazier than you think, Trix. For Helen's sake, there's no way they're not planning something out of this world. Again. What if it's just a kind gesture? She tries to comfort me. It's never only just something with them. I turn to face the picture, murmuring under my breath, You're planning something, and I'm going to find out what. After a long silent pause, which seemed to last forever, Let's go. I stayed facing the girl in front of me again, confidence in my tone. She chokes on her tea. Wait, what? No, come on, Wayne, you can't be serious. You just had a bloody tantrum over a piece of paper. You don't seriously want to go. No, Trix, but I do. I'm not a wuss. I look deeply in her eyes, coming closer. Have you forgotten how powerful we really are? I mean, with my money and all. Closer. Both of our last names scream wealthiness. I come as close as I can, getting a bit of her hair. I start to play with it, as innocently as I can. Think about it, Wyan Lin and Leatrix Azara. I smirk, chuckling evilly, the manipulative side finally being able to come out. Now that was more like it. We'll arrive at Hogwarts in a couple of hours, and at the end of the week we'll attend a ball. Perfect, isn't it? Fuck it, let's go. She returns my bitterness. I had a black lace crop top on, with thin straps so that my collarbone was able to show. My boobs traced perfectly through the top, and the V-neck line that showed some of my skin. It even had a bit of black fur at the bottom. For the lower part of my body, I had a short, dark green skirt with a silver snake belt that showed a tiny bit of my ass. To top it off, my outfit was complete with a slightly long black blazer to look more formal. My wavy hair let down to my stomach. Now it was time to go. Let the journey begin. I was getting the final things from my room when my cold feelings invaded me. The cold side, as Leatrix likes to call it. It's my bitchy side, the mean side, the totally cruel side that no one truthfully liked. and no one could deal with because of how arrogant I'd become. However, maybe seeing my friends would change things. But the truth was, I didn't want to feel numb already. I haven't even arrived at Hogwarts yet. Realization stung me, as I knew something this year would be different. But what? I had to find out. Are you coming, Wyan? Trix shouted from across the hallway, getting ready to close the door. I grab my bag and walk out the room, my eyes landing on Trix. I walk down the long hallway. I look her up and down, smirking at her the last time till I finally get to her. Linking arms, I turn to face her. Yeah, let's go. If you're listening to this, I hope you have an amazing day, afternoon, or night, whenever you are. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.